I was just watching Gary Vaynerchuk talk about content strategy in 2025. And the one thing that really pointed out in my mind that really struck me was the fact that this guy was doing wine library content about 15 years ago, 20 years ago, I believe. And he's still doing social media strategy content 20 years down the line. And he was sitting there in his office talking so passionately about social media strategy, doing one-on-one calls with people live. And I was like, this guy is fucking obsessed with his work. He's absolutely obsessed with his craft. He seems to love what he's doing. Otherwise, he wouldn't have lasted this long. He wouldn't have lasted the test of time. You're not going to last 20 years doing the same thing every fucking day. You're going to be bored out of your mind. So a lot of people that are waking up on a Monday morning, it's Monday morning here in Bucharest, I'm out filming content, then going to the gym with some hot girl. A lot of people that wake up on a Monday morning will not be doing the thing that they're actually obsessed with, will not be working on the things they actually want to do, just doing something else that someone else has told them to do because they need a job and they need the money. Fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that, right? That's still a very honorable trait because you need money to survive. But if you want to actually thrive in this world, then you have to find ways to develop your craft and your culture on a daily basis for long periods of time, right? It's taken me a fucking long time to get to this point where I've become extremely experienced in business, very experienced with women, and very experienced with my fitness, right? Because I've been training since I was 16 years old, pretty much 3 to 4 times a week on average for the last 20 years. Imagine that level of consistency, which has given me this kind of body. On top of that, I've been starting businesses ever since I was 21 years old, failing lots of them and succeeding in one or two quite well to get me to buy me my freedom so I can travel around the world and be anywhere, anytime. And then thirdly, I've dated thousands of women, slept with hundreds, don't want to give exact numbers. Plus, I don't like talking about these things because if girls that I like end up watching these videos, then they're like, he's fucking disgusting. He slept with hundreds of girls. That's horrible. So it actually makes me look fucking bad. And I end up losing out the woman that I really want just because I'm trying to give value here on YouTube. So I'm sacrificing, and I hope you understand that. But either way, the point is that with all those three things that I find are the most important factors for men, right? Finances, fitness, and dating. Those are your core pillars. You get those right, and then you'll be able to smash everything else. You know, everything else will start coming to you in terms of lifestyle, in terms of romantic relationships, in terms of social life, in terms of traveling. So because I've worked on all of those for so long and I've become obsessed, I've now decided to open up a YouTube channel that talks about these three main core pillars because I'm absolutely obsessed. So making the content for me is easy. It's easy for me to make this content because I love this stuff and I live and breathe it every single day. And I'm really, really good at this. And my friends will also admit that. And I can admit that to myself because I see that I get the results. So you have to basically find something that you're absolutely obsessed with, that you're happy to talk about every single day for the rest of your life. That might be a big ask, and some of you might be like, I don't know what that is, Ralph. I don't know what that is. You've just got particular desires and I don't have desires. Fine, no problem. If you don't know what that is just yet, you will discover that over time. But you have to dig deep and really figure it out. What the fuck do you really love talking about? What the fuck do you really love doing that you won't get bored of? Right? What can you do that you literally will not get bored of every single day? Because that's what you should be doing for the rest of your life. That's how you then cultivate a business. That's how you then make money. That's how you find a purpose. Okay, again, the reason why I started this YouTube channel was to find some sort of purpose. I mean, I had money. I was in Miami Beach. I was raving and dancing and doing drugs and sleeping with hot girls and, you know, standing backstage when all the biggest DJs were playing, and I was like, oh my God, I've made it. And then I was like, no, I haven't made it. I'm a fucking loser. What am I doing partying? This is pointless. I've got no purpose in life. I'm doing nothing. I'm contributing nothing to society. This is pure hedonism. So then I decided to actually jump on YouTube and start giving out this content for free because it was a passion and an obsession of mine. So when I listened to Gary Vee this morning, giving value about content media strategy, I think to myself, yo, that could be me doing this every single day, building a massive company with a massive team. And even once I have the money and I've built the massive company, guess what? I'm still going to be at my desk on a fucking Monday morning, pouring out value, pouring out my heart and trying to help people and trying to contribute to society in a positive manner continuing to build my business, continuing to build my purpose, continuing to get the message out, expand my reach to new horizons, maybe translate it to new languages. Who knows? There's always going to be a way to grow if you love what you do and if you're absolutely obsessed. So again, listening to Gary Vee this morning really triggered that in my head and made me think, okay, I'm on the right path doing this because I love doing this shit. So I'm going to talk about it every single day. So what can you talk about every single day? And no matter how stupid it is, by the way, you could literally talk about Minecraft, World of Warcraft, I don't know these games, I don't play them, Call of Duty strategy, fucking the weirdest shit you could talk about. Like, you tested tap water in every country in the world and that's your mission now. Great, that's your mission. What a fantastic mission that is, actually. Imagine someone actually did that. I want to test tap water in every single country with this chemical thing that I bought, and I want to figure out which country has the best tap water and which country has toxic tap water. That's massively valuable content for people. That's massive value for people. And also they say to us, don't worry about what the algorithm is pushing. The algorithm is not pushing it. It's people. Are people watching your content? Do you have good average view duration? Are people engaged with it? Are you retaining them? Are they staying longer to watch your video? Is the start of it interesting? Does it coincide with your title and your thumbnail? Your content has to be interesting and of value. And people will watch it no matter what the fuck it is. There's enough people out there to watch your content, right? Believe me, it doesn't matter what your niche is. You just have to really consider for your content strategy, what do you love talking about? What are you obsessed with? Even if it's something like, okay, you want to learn something and you're documenting your journey about learning it. So you might be like, I'm learning the guitar. I'm documenting my journey about learning the guitar. And these are the different platforms I'm using to learn. And then you show your progress. That could be useful for someone wanting to learn how to play the guitar and starting from scratch. So can you see, you can actually, given the state of social media and the content world that we live in, you can create content for anything as long as it's targeted, positioned well, it's got a cool brand, and you genuinely give a shit and you're actually offering value. You don't have to be rich and good looking and, just get that shit out of your head. You really don't have to be fucking six-pack, super rich, driving a Bugatti. Okay, it worked for Andrew Tate because he was, he's an outlier. Do not compare yourself to people like him. You really don't have to have all those things to start a business and to be obsessed about something and to start making content about it that's effective online, which thus turns into a business. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful. I hope it gives you some sort of motivation to get started on some kind of obsession of yours, some kind of desire that you always think about, that you always talk about, that you can talk about every day for the rest of your life. Because for me, I certainly feel like I could sit here with the passion I've spoken about here, no scripts, no planning, just the title of a video, and then I'm off with my experience. No fucking script. None of this is fake. None of this is even edited. Fuck all of that crap. I'm literally telling you it straight from the heart, straight from my experience, straight from the raw, knowledge that I've got over so many years of doing this shit every single day and being absolutely obsessed. This is the result of my obsession.